a regulator. They're responsible for um, issuing licenses largely and regulating the market in that way. And then our municipalities really sit on top of that, certainly help with things like citing of businesses and so forth, but also really layering on top of the regulator the kinds of support that we can provide to entrepreneurs and to the industry. And I know that in New York City has been leading, as always, in that effort. So you talked about the loan fund. You talked a little bit about the work that the city is doing to reach entrepreneurs and communities in the city on top of, and as a complement to the state regulator.
Absolutely. I love talking about the work that we're doing at Cannabis NYC. Well, just a little bit of stepping back. In 2021, March 31st, 2021, the MRTA passed, and it effectively reduced criminal penalties for marijuana use, possession, and allowed pathways for, reduced criminalization, and allowed a framework, us to develop a framework that provides regulations and licensing opportunities for those most impacted by the war on drugs, communities disproportionately impacted by the history of prohibition in the state. So with that in mind, aligning with the MRTA's principles, Cannabis NYC has many different programs. One that I'm really proud to talk about, a lot of people may have already heard about it, is Fast Track. Fast Track for Cannabis Entrepreneurs. It provides virtual courses free to anyone who has a cannabis-related business idea. To date, we've had 200 graduates, over 650 applicants, 8 cohorts. We also partner with our business solution centers. We have some of our cannabis-specific account managers actually in the room right now. But they provide free resources to people who may want business courses, legal advice, MWB certification, things that can allow cannabis entrepreneurs pathways for better understanding the industry and knowing where they fit. We just had an event yesterday. Some of the folks in this room attended. It's around a temporary initiative called NYC Lease. What it's intended to do is help close the gaps around providing resources for licensees to find locations where they can become operational. We know that in thinking about aligning with the MRTA principles, the first licenses that were issued in the adult use market were to the justice impacted community. If you ever heard of a card license. And many in the first cohort are actually approaching their licenses expiring. Thankfully, the OCM has done a lot of to extend those periods. First extension was 12 months. They just recently had one in November for 6 months. So there have been things done to help that community. However, we recognize there's still significant gaps. So with this temporary initiative for 6 months, NYC Lease, we provide a list. Using the New York State local map, we vet locations against the buffer restrictions for retail operators, and we've been able to curate now 3 lists of over 1,500 locations. While this is not the end-all be-all, it is something that we're actively doing to try to close the gap for these people. We also, if you guys have heard of the Cannabis NYC Liftoff Tour, that's something that Deshita champions a lot, but we have reached over 10,000 New Yorkers across all 5 boroughs, providing public education, outreach, and community engagement. The Cannabis Parade we've hosted for the last 2 years. We do small events, large events, to all different stakeholders that align with, again, the MRTA. They've done a really great job of talking about reaching seniors, the medical cannabis community, as well as, you know, we want to reach veterans, we want to reach minority-owned businesses, we want to reach women, all of the SEE categories. And I am likely missing some things. Actually, I don't know if I should wait, because I know there's some other questions, but we do a lot. And just in case I don't get to this, I just want to tell you that if you visit nyc.gov/cannabis, you get to see all the things that we're doing. So, yeah.